Hello, hello. We are back with Fiasco. Let's finish this out. I guess the next scene is Raven's scene.
So my scene is going to be with Angel and the spokesman.
So who's
And
playing? Am I playing both of the characters?
no, you're Angel. So we're gonna have the spokesman and then somebody else, I guess, is like, I don't know if there would be any.
Because that's the thing, right? Like, I think it was only you and me of the main characters who are going to be on this
Yeah,
job.
and then it was just us because Ignacio is definitely not there and Tony wouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have us, and then who's played the spokesman so far?
Me and Jordan have played the spokesman.
Just Jordan. Okay, so I'll have Jordan as the spokesman again.
Crap. Now I have to live up to Caleb's amazing character.
I was gonna say, like, when Jordan did it, it sounded like some Russian guy, but then Caleb got it. It's just like normal Italian.
Well, I couldn't exactly remember what you had for the accent, so I just kind of. Yeah.
Unless you want to defer to Seth, and then I can make Seth the spokesman. I don't really care either way. We can have everybody be the spokesman.
Would you like to be the spokesman?
If you want to do it, I don't care.
I'm indifferent. Let me put it this way. After Caleb's amazing performance, I'm okay with not being.
Okay, Seth, you're gonna be the third spokesman then.
I can be a spokesman. Everyone's been the spokesman but you.
Except for me, yeah. So
I'm definitely interested in seeing your interpretation of the spokesman, Seth. Let's do it.
I can do a pretty good impression of what you just did. There's no problem.
Yeah.
Just play it more like a stupid person.
Well,
He's like Angel and Ignacio combined.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be getting ready to go and rob this ship. And I also want to have a conversation on the phone with Tony beforehand, before we actually get on to kind of make sure that this is what we want to do and this is what we want to happen. And this is what we're supposed to have the spokesman take, and this is what we're taking. And I am still in my all black everything because it works for blending in at night.
Yeah, no, that's true.
As well as fashion.
Yeah.
Please tell me Angel's in a ninja suit.
I think Angel is in her original outfit, so the short shorts and the jean shorts and the jacket over the tank top.
What with the short shorts? We're doing serious business here.
Do you have a problem with my legs? Is that what you're saying?
No, I got a problem with your brain because it doesn't seem to be working too great.
Okay, so I call Tony.
Tony.
Hey, Tony, it's me. Are we still good with everything for the job?
You should be set. Are you getting in place?
Yeah, we're getting into place. I just wanted to call and make sure of everything. Am I still not allowed to shoot Angel?
No, you are not allowed to shoot Angel.
Are you sure you want her doing this? It
Yeah,
could go bad real fast.
I'm like fumbling trying to put the silencer on my pistol.
You know how to do that? Let me see this. Let me see that.
Yeah, of course I know how to do it. Give me a second.
You don't worry about her. She can handle her own.
Boss, I'm really worried about her. She might be able to handle her own, but can she handle everything else too?
Even if she can't, what's that any concern to you? You already want to put her down.
Because I don't want her getting me killed.
I thought you could handle your own. Are you not up to the job?
Whatever you say, boss. I guess I just feel like she might be a live weight that would be better as dead weight.
You know what to do. She'll be fine.
Okay. See you soon. Click.
Yeah, he just thinks
Doing this thing or not? Come on.
Okay, Angel.
Yeah, what's up?
What's the plan? Tell me what our plan is. I want to make sure we're on the same page.
We're gonna see.
You hear a call from the same phone that you were just calling from.
I go over and pick it up real quick. What?
Is this Pizza Hut?
I hang it up.
Who was that?
Guess it wasn't Pizza Hut.
None of your concern. Tell me what the plan is.
All right. So we're going in stealthily. It's by the cover of night. We have people in place on the other side of the bay. We're gonna set off the fireworks. As soon as they're distracted by the fireworks, we're going up the gangplank and we're sneaking below decks and we're getting the stuff and we're getting out as quickly as possible.
No funny business.
Nah, except for your face, I guess.
Hey, you want to start this? Come on.
You, I don't really know why I was sent to babysit you for this job.
Babysit.
Yeah, I
But
know.
I was-
I know,
and
right?
we
Why do we have to
get
babysit
this
this
done.
guy?
Oh, I'm the babysitter. You babysitting me. Little Miss Bo Peep doesn't even know how to put in a silencer on a gun.
Okay.
As you guys
Okay.
are arguing, you hear an explosion, but it's an actual explosion in the side of the ship.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! What do we do, Raven? Raven, what are we doing? This is not part of the plan, right?
There's an explosion in the side of the ship, inside of the ship?
Like on the other side of the ship, where you know your guys are supposed to set things up, there's an explosion.
Well, those ain't no fireworks.
Yeah,
Gotta
duh.
go. Let's do it.
We're
There's
just
still an
going in.
explosion. We're not walking away from this.
All right,
At
let's
least
go.
I'm
Let's
not.
go, and I just book it.
I
At
follow
a,
after.
stealth walk, stealth run, whatever, but.
Okay, so I follow in, and we try and stealthily enter into the ship
Mm-hmm.
below deck, and
I'm assuming that Jordan is going to be kind of GM in this as we go.
That's,
I had that thought in my head.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I have to GM this?
No, yeah, do it. Right, this is
Okay.
collaborative, so.
I threw in the police on the Caleb's.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
yeah. So I start loading my bag with everything, and just not really paying attention to what anybody else is doing right now. Just trying to quickly get everything.
So you guys
I'm
find
getting all the snow cones I can find.
you guys find the first few pallets are they're lined with, like, you open them up and they're lined with guns, and then you've heard that the snow cones are downstairs in the snow cone parlor. You heard that
Snow
You heard
cone
that-
parlor.
you heard that that's down in the hold where they train where they have the materials to train the marine dogs and the police dogs.
Mm.
So I guess as you are kind of scrambling around and you start to load up these guns, you know, you're finding the shotguns and pistols and rifles.
So we get down there fine, and we're just like going through everything and getting ready to
All
go.
that stuff's like right up on the top hold.
Oh, okay.
Of this kind of,
Yeah, so I'm just efficiently just like transferring it to whatever cart we have or whatever we're gonna do to transport this thing.
yeah, and then like you see on the other side, you see kind of smoke rising up from the side of the boat, and you see all these different veterans just kind of running towards the area. They've got different sort of rifles in their hands and everything in there. You've got a couple I want to say scouts, not scouts, but people that are,
Sentries.
yeah, sentries. You got a couple different sentries that are just kind of trying to figure out what's going on up there. They're all distracted. They don't even know you're there.
Yeah.
Got crazy blokes with guns up there.
Yeah, we'll just ignore them. Get this in here as soon as possible. ASAP, let's go.
Angel, you worry about what we're doing. He can get his own stuff.
Well, I'm not the one. I just keep going.
If he gets caught with snow, he gets caught with snow.
Well, I just hope he doesn't freeze to death.
That was clever.
So yeah, we're just putting stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we start to like push stuff out, right? Like
Yeah.
gather it all up.
Unloading. Yeah. Well, everybody's distracted, just trying to get as much off as we can before kind of determining when a good time to call it quits would be.
So I think to mention, if we are doing it to just the halfway point, the only dice that would still be on the board would be 2 black dice. So I think these have to end badly.
I guess it has to end poorly then.
Jordan, how is this ending poorly? Since you're the only one not currently tied into this.
Are you guys going down?
Actually, I have an idea. Sorry. I wanted to do this already. Anyway, do I see you guys take any snow?
Have you guys gone down to find it?
Oh, I thought we had.
I'm not going down anywhere. That's all the Smokesman stuff.
Well, no. You guys were told to grab some as well.
Oh, we were?
Yeah, so I guess so you guys are like kind of starting to get that in there, right, Raven? You guys are taking care of the weapons. And
yeah, we were just focusing on the weapons.
Yeah, and so I look at the spokesman and I say, "All right, I guess it's your turn. Let's go." And I like drag him down towards the hold.
I'm guessing I know where you're going with this, Jordan, but what do we see?
All right, so as you go in, you see a guard and a couple of those trained hounds, and they're kind of on post there. They're in this. You kind of see this closed door, and you can look through, and you can see that they're gearing up to go check what's outside. The man is like suiting these dogs up with some specialized canine like vests, and they're moving pretty quick, and it's just one guy and the 2 dogs.
So I see them through the door, like the window in the door.
You can see that there's a window through the door.
Oh, turn up. It's like, oh, no, back.
Okay, all right.
I run up the stairs.
And I was trying to come down the stairs, and I see him running up. I'm like, what are you guys doing? We need to go.
I don't know. He just pushed me up. What's going on?
Down there. There's people. There's dogs.
That's why we have silencers on our
The
gun.
door starts to open, and you hear the barking of dogs. And
Okay, so I immediately turn around, and I just like, what do I see? Like, what's right in the doorway?
Right in the doorway, you see the 2 dogs start to come out. And
Yeah, so I immediately spot dead precision, shoot them both in the eye, and then they just go down.
The guard sees them right before he steps out, and he just kind of backs up, and he pulls out his gun, and he just stands behind the wall. You don't see him. He hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
I just go, God, Angel, you shoot the person first, not the dogs.
Well, the dogs are the one making the noise.
I start sneaking like down against whatever going down the stairs.
And I nod to you, and I'm like, cover you.
Spokesman, are you just?
I'm following behind.
Okay.
Dogs.
So I kind of like see the dogs there, and I kind of like am ready and peek around the corner, and I'm ready to shoot if I see anybody.
So you peek around the corner of that room that they were in?
Yeah.
You can see, like, as you kind of peek around the corner, you can kind of see this sort of silhouette of a person. And he's like, shoot at any second.
Well, what was that last bit, Jordan?
You can see you see the silhouette of the guard, and he's poised and ready to shoot at any second. And at the moment, someone or something kind of peers around. I'm trying to think of like how this works out since.
I mean, yeah, you guys are both peering around the corner at each other.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just gonna shoot him if I see him.
All right, you hear him you hear a deep breath, and you see this silhouette start to move, and he just pops out, ready to shoot whatever he sees. And he kind of like just barely goes and doesn't. He just like glances over you and starts to point toward Angel.
He's
So I mean, I
pointing at.
shoot him.
Okay.
He's pointing at Angel right now, and he's pointing at Angel and about to pull the trigger.
And so you just fire Raven.
Yeah.
Raven can see him.
Yeah. So I shoot him.
Okay. Where do you shoot him?
Well, I don't know like where we are with each other.
Okay, here's a question. Are you like crouched down, or are you just kind of slumped against the wall? Like,
I was just kind of like against the wall, just trying to like go in and be like, pooh.
Okay, so you turn and you shoot him, and you shoot him right in the head. He falls. He drops down.
But does he fire off at me? He fires around.
He doesn't. He doesn't fire around in time.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So we had that moment right where I was like looking down the barrel of that gun, and I was like terrified, and then he gets nailed in the head. Yeah.
And I just go.
Go ahead.
You guys start getting this now. I'm gonna clear the room, make sure it's fine.
I
And
know.
I start like going around and making sure.
And I just grab the spokesman by the arm and just yank him down with me.
You hear that guard's radio go off, and you just hear, "Do you copy? Do you copy?"
So I think I reach down and snatch up the radio, and I look down at the guy. So the guy's just like dead.
Yeah, the guy's dead.
So what does he look like? What ethnicity?
To imitate his
Yeah.
voice.
Oh my gosh.
He's a white guy with dark hair. He looks somewhat.
My thing as a cop is imitation. Is like this undercover stuff. So what voice would I use to imitate this guy if I was gonna like?
You look down at him and you think, okay, this is probably someone that's. He doesn't look like he's one of the war veterans. He looks like he's maybe more like a trained Miami policeman who's was set to kind of bring these dogs in and help move the training dogs and the snow cone.
Yeah, so I wait a moment and kind of like look at the radio and like he's saying over, come in, that sort of thing, and put it on the walkie-talkie and I say I sound like a man, like suddenly I'm not a woman, and I say everything's clear here. The dog's caught a whiff of something bad, but I think it's okay.
Copy that. We need all the manpower we can get. Bring those dogs to. Is that starboard or is that port side or?
Just pick one.
It doesn't really matter, but
I don't know the orientation of the ship right now, so just
bring them to the side of the ship. We got.
And so then I make a perfect imitation of a bark. And I say, I'm sorry, they're going off on something else. Give me a second. I'll be there as soon as I can. There might be someone down here.
He just goes copy, and you don't hear. However, you feel another explosion rattle the ship, and you actually feel the ship start to move in one direction. Like you start to feel just like this.
Did you say one direction?
I was hoping you wouldn't go that way with that.
Oh goodness. So then I look at you two. How are you guys looking at me?
I'm giving you a very bewildered look. I grab like a brick of snow, and I'm like, "Let's get out of here."
Yeah, we start.
I not.
We just grab as much as we can. Do we do a few rounds?
Yeah, I mean, we just start grabbing as much snow as we can and then just pile it into these duffel
I'm
bags.
just grabbing it, and we need to get out of here. The ship's starting to move.
As you guys are piling all these, like I assume that you've got duffel bags and you're like piling them on your shoulders. you feel the ship like really starting to tilt, and you can tell like something's not right. Like this is like feels like it's really starting to go down. As you kind of look up towards the stairs that you came up from, you can tell that it's going to be difficult to maneuver up these stairs with all these bags on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we try anyway, I guess.
I mean, I'm just taking what I feel like I can.
Yeah. So I think I'll probably drop a couple duffel bags, right? And I'm like,
yeah.
And I kind of like look at you apologetically, spokesman.
Are you dropping the snow, or are you dropping guns?
We got the guns off.
No, the guns are already, all good to go. We start dropping snow. Yeah.
Yeah. And
what are you doing? That's our product.
It's a blizzard.
Then you can grab it. I'm leaving.
Like, this wasn't part of the deal.
Well, neither was the boat sinking.
Well, that's on you guys, isn't it?
Well,
I'm
no,
already
it's
like,
not.
I'm like headed up.
It's on God, probably.
You know, he's not getting us out of this one.
Well, I don't think he got us in it either.
So I'm like headed up and off of the ship, trying to get out off this thing.
Yeah, so we're just like going up the stairs, duffel bags.
Yeah, you guys have like a bunch loaded on. I just have like one duffel bag.
So as you you guys managed to make it up to the top with a couple of the duffel bags. You managed to keep like one or two duffel bags each. And as soon as you get to the top of the steps, you see like just crew member after crew member, soldier, and like all the veterans, and everybody's like scrambling to the side of the ship that's not sinking toward the port, so that they can. You see a couple of them start to lower lifeboat, a couple different lifeboats, and you can see that the shore is be able to make it to the where you originally got on. It would be quite a jump.
I drop more duffel bags.
So you're holding.
I feel like I'm getting short end of the stick here.
Well,
if you wanna,
at least you're not getting a short end of a barrel.
Yeah, you can take whatever you want to take, spokesman, but I'm just trying to get my life out of this, and so
if none of us make it off, then no one gets paid.
Yeah,
Looks like
so
I'm not getting paid anyway.
I'm like trying to see if there's anywhere that looks like it would be an okay spot to hide on the top deck while everybody's running around to try and like wait it out and see what happens. Hidden like in between crates of stuff.
So I go over and I try to see if there's a lifeboat that's free.
There's one that's actually pretty nearby you. It's towards the, you guys are currently toward the back end of the ship, and there's one lifeboat that nobody's really going towards
near the aft,
because everybody's kind of going towards the center and towards the front of the ship.
Yeah, so I just go over to that and I just start throwing duffel bags in it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. As many duffel bags as I can get. And I'm like, spokesman, over here. Duffel bags in the boat now.
As you guys are headed toward the backside, you can see a pallet just kind of like shift and slide to the end of the ship that's sinking, and it just kind of breaks open, and you see gold bars just pop out. And
what?
They said that there would be cash, or they said that there would be a payout too. So there was the snow, there was the guns, and there
fireworks.
Was the fireworks.
Yeah.
And then there was the I originally intended for there to be like money, but I mean gold bars.
Yeah.
So you see like these gold bars just kind of break. You see these like kind of a couple scattered to the sides of the boat.
Yes, I mean, we're just piling in duffel bags as quickly as we can, and then I'm like, all right, and down, let's get the lifeboat down, and then we just like all hop in, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just cut the like release and just into the water.
Okay.
Yeah, and let's go away from where all the soldiers are
So
going.
we just start like rowing this away from the soldiers.
Okay.
Problem is, guys, we only have black dice.
I have plans. I have plans.
So you each managed to make it out with 1 bag each.
Oh no! So like we started like dumping bags over the side on accident because it's just getting so choppy.
Well, yeah, you were throwing the bags, and a couple of them missed. You were only able to make it up with like 1 or 2 bags each in the first place, and it's like you didn't have a lot of time to work. So you each make it out of that with 1 bag of snow. The guns are in other bags that are right by the port where you first boarded.
Yeah.
Sitting there.
And I'm assuming that we had like other people with us, right? We already said that there was 3 other people. You said 3 other of his best were going to be there. Tony said that, and so I'm assuming they were handling the guns once we got them off, right? They were taking them.
So you notice that those bags are gone.
Gone as in like they were supposed to be gone, or gone as in they were supposed to be there?
Those bags were supposed to be gone.
Okay.
And you notice that the bags are just
that's fair. And then I guess we just like barely make it to shore with like 1 bag each, and I'm assuming is that just the bad ending then?
Well, there's.
Or is there more?
Well, I was about to say, like, that's not a very bad ending for me.
That's what I was assuming.
No. So we get to the shore.
Okay.
So we get to the shore. And okay, so you 2 have to say something because I have to respond to what you say.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just like, holy crap! I thought we weren't gonna make it out of there alive.
I pull out. You hear the barrel. What's the part of the pistol you pull back?
The hammer.
The hammer of the pistol. You hear the hammer of the pistol pull back. It's like, it's funny you mentioned that.
Classic.
You see.
Are you gesturing like this with your gun, like going all crazy?
Like you see, like kind of like this. You see, kind of point. You see, Smokesman. He's not gonna be happy with this kind of a take. So we got to do something about this.
So what? You're gonna shoot us? You still won't get any more snow.
No. You give me the guns, you get out of here alive.
And the guns are already gone.
Yeah, I say we.
No. Sorry. Actually, that's not my phrase. You see, Spokesman. The Smokesman thought something like this might happen.
Well, that's the thing, right? You could just say, Seth, that you had other people who already got the guns.
That's what I say.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The Smokesman thought something like this might happen. Mm-hmm. Doesn't quite trust you in your fireworks. So, let's say we handled the guns already. You know.
You piece of crap.
I still don't really get why you're threatening us with the gun right now. We're in a boat.
No, I thought we're out of the boat.
Yeah, we're out. We're on the boat. We're on the shore. Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know why you're threatening us with a gun.
Here's what I'm saying.
We weren't really going to take very much of this anyway.
Well, I just told you I took all.
I know, but like
this is totally how this would go down, though.
But like with the explanation of that, like I don't really get why you're bringing it up. The smarter thing to do would have just been to like,
you always
snow and go.
You always gloat before you shoot.
But this is exactly what the spokesman would do.
Did you say that out loud? You always gloat before you.
No. But I'm just saying, like, I took care of the guns. Our people took care of the guns. And now I'm gonna take care of you for how you've been treating me.
Boom! I'm like out and shooting because that's what I was asking. Like, are you gesturing with your gun like this, like blah blah blah?
I'm kind of pointing it.
And, so do you guys like suddenly just like start shooting at each other and like race behind like a crate and it's suddenly a gunfight?
I mean, like the whole time that he was talking, if I saw at any point that he was kind of gesturing.
I mean, yeah. Given that this is a bad outcome for you.
Or like at Angel, I was gonna be trying to shoot him.
Yeah, given that this is a bad outcome for you, I'm assuming you don't just shoot him in the head and kill him immediately.
No, like I shoot him. I don't know.
Right. I mean, I'm assuming right that like you guys start shooting at each other and then it turns into a firefight, right? You guys like duck behind like obstacles, right, and start firing at each other. And so I duck behind you, or behind where you are, Raven, and I'm just like holding my gun like this, right? And we just hear silent shots like going on over our heads.
Actually,
right?
I was thinking, them shooting me would not be a good ending.
No, exactly.
You shot the right hand man of the Smokesman.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. The Smokesman didn't really seem like he liked you very much.
Yeah, that's true.
He was kind of fine with you being dispensable.
Yeah, but
still though,
I look at you and I'm like,
Yeah.
Raven, this is crazy. What are we gonna do?
Kill him? Are you gonna help or not?
Kill him.
Oh,
And so this is right,
I
like
just
the moment.
start like trying to shoot him again.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm shaking. Like I'm just like this. I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't kill him. So I'm like shaking uncontrollably, right, and like super nervous.
You're saying all that. I'm just still trying.
You're just still trying to shoot. Yeah, and so I like start to like kind of like lower my gun, and like I'm gonna like set it down on the ground, and I lean towards you just ever slightly, and then suddenly back of the gun to the back of your head, and I say, I'm really sorry it had to end this way, Raven, but I'm gonna have to take you in.
while the spokesman is still shooting at us.
Yeah, no, and then I say, thanks, spokes. You can stop now.
Stop! Why would I stop?
Because I have her.
Wait.
If Angel is not a player character, I definitely would have shot her by now.
I know.
But I can't because you're her.
I mean, I have the gun to the back of your head, so.
I know, but before that, I definitely would have shot you.
I'm gonna walk up with the gun and say like, what's going on here?
What's going on is I'll take care of her, you take care of yourself. And then I grab a badge and I flash it to you. Miami PD.
Oh.
Bum, bum, bum.
Well, that explains a bit, I guess.
You leave with her, Snow. I leave with her. Everyone gets what they want. She's gonna go away for a long, long time.
I'll pick up the duffel bags and like, sounds good to me.
Pleasure doing business with you. And I go ahead and take the ponytail out and just kind of like go like this, right?
I just take the duffel bags and walk off.
And then like grab you, Raven, shove you against like the crates. Like, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be used against you in court of law. What do you do?
Kind of like, well, Angel, this is an interesting turn of events.
Yeah, isn't it?
That was such a corny ending.
Now, I want to throw.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Another little caveat to this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Smokesman didn't even get his guns either, because remember how you said there was a rival gang?
Mm-hmm.
So they're the ones that set off the C4.
Oh.
And they made out with the guns after you had thrown them ashore. So, Smokesman has acquired nothing, and he Spokesman thinks he's that they've gotten the guns. So, Spokesman's not in a good place. The Smokesman's probably mad.
And I realized that Tony didn't just sleep with Angel, which is really disappointing to me. I thought
you had
better
figured
of
it out.
Tony. I thought better of Tony. I mean, I thought he was just a regular old
Scumbag.
aging mob boss,
Yeah.
as opposed to a rat. Because I mean, like, I'm not really gonna fight the arrest. I know that Tony had to know about this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't really have anything in life besides the mob. And if Tony was lying to me, then
I mean, that's probably the end of the scene, right? Like,
yeah.
And then
My whole life is a lie.
Yeah, you just get taken away.
And the cake.
Yeah, and the cake is low.
So that's definitely a negative scene.
Mm-hmm.
But
Who do you want to give it to, Raven?
Oh, Angel.
Thanks.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's obvious. Like,
Yeah.
It's just gonna end with everyone having a black dice. No, wait.
Yeah,
just
I mean-
himself.
No, because it's Tony. Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh,
Jordan,
yeah.
so he's not gonna.
yeah. But I mean, like, because if it was, yeah, Tony wasn't even there. It's not like I'm gonna give it. Well, I could have given it to Tony for him lying to me, but I'm a little more annoyed with Angel because if you didn't play her, Caleb, I would have shot her when she was shaking and couldn't
Yeah.
shoot
Uh-huh.
the spokesman. I would have 100% just shot her there because she wasn't helpful. And it's like, oh no, she got shot in the fight with the spokesman. I'm really sorry, Tony. We lost her.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I couldn't do that because you're a player.
A player.
All right. Yeah. So, Jordan, set the last scene for us, I guess. The denouement.
So is this like last scene, or halfway
Yeah.
point?
No, this is last scene, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna get a chance to finish
No,
this.
right? Like I, and that's why I pulled out the undercover cop thing because, I mean,
Yeah.
we've already
Come
set
visit
up.
me in jail.
Yeah, we've already set up a lot of stuff that can be finished or wrapped up in a nice little bow. I'm assuming this is going to be like the end scene for everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And also, does anybody know how to make my webcam not pink anymore? After I showed the notebook, it just went totally pink, and I don't know how to fix it.
Get a piece of white paper and hold it in front of the camera. Like the entire camera. To fill it up. Okay, try that. Does that work?
Better, yes.
Okay.
A little, I think. I can't tell. I don't know. Oh well.
So I think we end this scene in court.
mm-hmm.
You have Tony, Raven, Angel, and Ignacio
Mm-hmm.
all together. Ignacio is
Is what?
I'm trying to think how.
Okay.
Let me see. Raven is at the standing in the pit next to the judge. I don't know things.
I'm on the stand right now.
Yes, you're on the stand right now. Tony and Angel are standing with a lawyer next to okay, actually I know how this is going to play out. They're standing with a lawyer in the not the defendant, but the what that was.
Prosecution.
Thank you. They're sitting in the prosecution's area, and Angel is making her case.
Yeah, I'm on stand witnessing. For, yeah.
Yeah, you're on stand
Testifying.
witnessing again, testifying against Angel is testifying against Raven, and Ignacio. Actually, we're going to say Ignacio is not there right now. We're going to say that Seth can be the judge.
Oh, I am Mr. Judge.
Wait, your last name is Judge?
I'm just the judge.
Mr.
I'll
Judge.
stand for the honorable Judge.
And they can say Ignacio has been noted by both Angel and Tony
That this is
Like-
happening.
yes, that is happening, and they've been like in the court. They have noted that Ignacio was not that he ought to be pardoned, and that he's not actually guilty for this or that. And currently it's making the case against Angel, along with Angel's,
Against
making
Raven.
the case against Raven, and Raven's lawyer is trying to sue and call out the Calvo.
yeah. So I guess. So you said the lawyer, Raven's lawyer, is trying to get Calvo arrested.
Trying to bring out evidence against Calvo.
Right, because he was the informant on all this, but they're trying to like pull him down and say that he was actually the bad guy that you should arrest and not Raven.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So me as Angel, I say, I'm going through like all the bad things that Raven has done. I'm just like, and I was there, working undercover, when I finally apprehended Raven after the incident, with the sinking of the USS Topanga. That was literally the first word that came to my mind. I have no idea why.
I love it.
Thought this was in America, not Japan.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
The USS Topanga. I have video evidence as well as witnesses that I can bring forward. It is very apparent, very clear that Raven is guilty. That Raven has done many things to harm the citizens of Miami, and that she needs to be put away for all that and more. Thank you, honorable judge.
Well, actually, can I be a lawyer for
I mean, you be both.
Because I can't do much as the judge. The judge is kind of just the mediator. So I go up to the judge or the stand while Angel is there. It's like, so this heist was it planned by Raven?
It was.
Is that true?
Raven came up with the basics of the plan. It was the main. It was a decision from the entire organization to do this particular hit, but it was Raven who came up with the specifics of the plan.
You see, from what the evidence seems to show, and from my just basic memory, I remember the story, guys. From what the evidence seems to show, all that Raven did was,
comply.
Sorry, I'm not sorry. From the sounds of it, Raven was not the one who actually came up with the plan. She was just the one delivering information of the plan, and in the end, it was actually Tony was the one who suggested this as a means to make up for the bad deal that had happened. Is that wrong?
I suppose that's not wrong. Tony Calvo, of course, has been working with the police department for some time to bring in Raven because of the other horrible things that she's done before this even. And so
yes, but isn't it safe to say that all these horrible things that Raven has done have been because of Tony Calvo, and in fact orchestrated by Tony Calvo?
That would be a misconception, sir.
Oh, how so?
The reason that I was put on this case in the first place, the reason that I was sent after Raven, was because she, as a 15-year-old, killed both of her parents and her little sister.
Oh, crap.
Yes, but she's not being tried for that today, is she?
Unfortunately, the evidence is, the trail of evidence is too cold to convict her of that crime, and so we are getting her on these instead as justice for that family that died so long ago.
Yes, but as we have just said, she's not on trial today for the murder of her parents. She's on trial for orchestrating this so-called plan, when this so-called plan was, in fact, by your own admission, not hers.
She's on trial for theft and murder. 3 counts. First-degree homicide. That is nothing to shake a stick at.
No, it is nothing to shake a stick at. But when we come down to it, it is not her.
Are you trying to use the Nuremberg defense on this in this situation?
What's the Nuremberg defense actually?
It's what the Nazis in World War II said that we were just following orders, so we should get off. And I point that out. I'm like, are you trying to use a Nuremberg defense for Raven?
So I'm tired. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say and how to think of it logically. My lawyer friend would be so ashamed of me right now.
It's totally fine. Well, that's the thing. We've already established that like no part of this world is realistic. So
basically, the thing he's trying to just I'll just kind of say this because going through the actual debate is kind of pointless at this.
Not guilty for reason of insanity.
Well, less of the Nuremberg thing and more so like Tony is guilty because he was cooperating to get her arrested by intentionally incriminating her. He was setting her up essentially. That's what I'm trying to. That lawyer's trying
wrong?
To establish.
He was working directly with the police department to set this up. Are you convicting me for this crime as well? For this crime as well?
Well, that was me just kind of walking through, not actually trying to talk out loud because it's like 10:30 after.
Right.
I mean,
I have to work tomorrow.
I'm guessing Tony couldn't be convicted of anything.
Well, he's not trying to convict him. The lawyer's just trying to.
He probably had an immunity deal.
Well, this is the thing, right? I mean, this has to be a bad ending for Tony.
I know. That's why I'm just kind of like, he probably had immunity for all this, though.
The thing he's trying to give, the lawyer's trying to say is essentially, yes, this thing was wrong, but it was wrong in a sense like intentionally being like pretty much she was set up to fail essentially. That's the basic defense the lawyer's trying to give. Of well, the thing's not wrong, the setup behind just the
right. So you're at least trying to like get her a lighter sentence.
It's like she did wrong because the law made her do wrong.
Yeah, right. Actually, that's a good point. Like the police set her up to do something.
And self-defense for killing that guy. He had a gun. Angel's the one who shot the dogs first.
Yeah, well, it's not a crime to murder a dog, so I mean, it might be actually. Maybe not in the 80s. I don't know. I mean, they were police dogs. Yeah, no, for sure.
So that's the basic defense the lawyer tries to make.
Right. I mean, I think, given that we don't want to draw this out too long, it probably just ends up being where Raven gets off with a much lighter sentence, right? Like only like a few years in prison, and then like.
Well, there's also the whole fiasco with the gangs and everyone else.
Right, exactly. And I think, we get this, like, maybe montage.
Actually, I had something I wanted to end with.
Do it.
So, where does Tony go after the trial?
After the trial, Tony... Like right after the trial, or is it like jump to another?
Yeah, jump to like after the trial, like when he goes home or something. Where is he?
So after the trial, he goes back to the mob headquarters to start cleaning up his like personal belongings. Case is closed. He's kind of wrapping things up and he's gathering himself together.
As he's doing that, like Ignacio walks into the frame, kind of like a thing, looks up, says, I trusted you, Tony. I trusted you.
Did your business go under?
No.
Why not? When it should have gone under years ago after I paid the bills.
But now Raven's gone. Had a hard enough time with her already. Thought I could maybe smooth things over. Not happening now.
So you wanted the criminal?
Maybe.
Sounds like a very strong maybe. Do you know why I insisted on Angel going along?
I think it's pretty obvious now, isn't it?
It may not be what you think.
How so?
Angel went along because she is my niece.
Okay. So you get her into that business instead of Oz?
Who was it that you said Raven killed?
Her parents and little sister.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm the little sister. I didn't actually die.
So Raven took out her folks. After she took out her folks, she tried to take out the younger one, but she got sloppy. And she turned to a life of crime. Came under my wing.
And so
And
the door opens and Angel walks through. She has dark hair and like, she looks, her hair is like cut short now and it's dark hair, and you realize, and then she's holding a blonde wig and she just like throws it onto the ground.
I'm trying to lead this to a negative ending. Not a positive one.
But this is too cool.
It doesn't mean that Ignacio couldn't be angry or have invited some unwanted guests.
Oh no, I have a plan. You guys are making it too cool, is what I'm saying.
And I'm just stuck in jail.
I mean, maybe you're out on bail right now. Maybe you just show up and kill us all.
I'm a science like. Well, I guess kind of reaching like a bag I have inside, like pull out a glass of like a jug of wine. Say, I was gonna share this with Raven, but guess that's not happening now.
No,
and I gotta just pop down.
No, it's not. I said no, it's not.
Like I just pop it down and like enjoy, I guess, and leave.
So I go after you. I like when you go out the first door, I like come out and then like grab your arm as you try to like leave, and I'm like, Ignacio, I'm really sorry about what had to happen.
I'm gonna pull my arm away from her and say, "No, you're not," and walk off.
As they're having this interaction, Tony picks up the bottle left behind and he examines it, and he notices that it's his favorite. You said it was wine, or?
Oh, I know
wine.
where this is going. Oh yes.
You said this is what? You said it was wine, or
a thing of wine.
Yeah, you said wine.
Okay. So, he uncorks the wine and he takes a glass similar to the one that he broke on the boat, and he pours himself a glass, and he sits down in his little lounging chair, and he just gives it a good sniff, and then he just starts to down it
and drinks the poisoned wine.
Revenge for me!
We were all so on board with that. Like all four of us knew exactly what was happening. We're just like, yep. And I mean that's probably where it ends, right? Is you just like fall backwards, right? And then like the sound starts to like get muffled, and then you hear me say like, Uncle, right? And now we get to the end of the so that was a bad outcome for you, but you don't get the thing.
You have to give it.
You get to give it away. So technically in Act 2, everyone would have just gotten
a black one.
Well, I mean, let's just do it that way then, I guess. Right? Because like in Act 2, everyone should have gotten the dice that they were given, and we all got
everybody got white in the first round, and everybody got black.
Yeah, so let's just do that. That makes sense.
So we all make out with 0. So everybody.
So let's do this here. I'm gonna
If we do this again, we should do it that you just give 2 dice per one.
So should we just all roll 2d6?
Yeah. So what we're gonna do? Give me a second. I'm actually gonna I'm just gonna copy paste and double the dice that everybody has, because that would basically be the dice that everyone had at the end of a normal game of Fiasco. Because that gives possibility for higher roll, which is what you would have at the end.
Okay, so we're gonna roll like 2d6 and then another 2d6.
So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna do / roll space 2d6 minus 2d6.
Okay.
And that should come up like it would normally.
So 2d6 minus 2d6.
Yeah.
/ roll minus 2d6.
Yeah. / roll space. Okay, so let's just start with you,
good.
Seth. Seth, you got -6. So
-6.
That's not bad. That's better than 0.
Oh.
Yeah. So I guess let's just have everybody roll theirs. Yeah. Oh dear.
Yes!
I think that's fitting that I win that.
I get bailed out and shoot you in the head.
All right. So I'll pull up the.
Oh, there's something after that too?
I'll pull up the book and read off specifically what that, like, each result is. And then we'll talk about like what exactly like our outcomes are. Here, let's see. The aftermath 47. Come on now. Where is it?
Well, the highest you can get is 48. 48.
Yeah, if you got all dice, yeah. So I'm just gonna assume the first pair is white, second pair is black. So that you got a black 6 roll, Seth. So that means your result is pathetic. You'll suffer. Oh dear gosh, will you suffer? And everyone will know of your malfeasance, your stupidity, your lack of common sense and decency. You're probably gonna be locked up too.
Wait, it's so the technically I rolled a 1 and a 2 on the white dice. So I rolled 3 on
right. So
the
it's a black 6.
Yeah, black 6.
Oh, so you're saying not the. So you're saying total? Okay, I was making sure I understood.
Yeah, so black 6. So 8 is average. Any, and then before that, after that, it gets better and better. But yeah, your ending is still just pathetic. Like, it's not.
Oh yeah.
So
Makes sense.
go ahead and describe for us, like, what's the denouement for Ignacio look like?
What? He probably gets caught.
Yeah.
But at this point, he doesn't care. Like, pretty much the thing was, all he had really going for him was the slim chance that something would happen with Raven. And then after that, he's just kind of like, you know what, screw it. You know what?
Yeah.
I can't do anything. Like, Tony's out of the business. I can't keep this business running without them. He's right about that. So if I'm going out swinging. And he does.
So did you go to jail? Did you just become like homeless? Like,
I'd say probably he goes to jail.
Yeah. So does he get convicted for the murder of Tony Calvo?
But at the same point, there are some people. Well, no, this is pathetic. I was gonna say there's some people who say that's a good thing, but no, it's pathetic ending.
Yeah, and I think like you probably don't get like a super like bad
could even be
sentence.
We don't know if Tony technically died yet.
Yeah, we're
That's
about
true.
to find out.
That's true. Yeah.
So at least attempted murder.
Yeah, at least attempted murder. You go to prison. So
it's pathetic that somebody who works for the mob can't even kill anybody successfully.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, and so for you, it's a white 5, Jordan.
White 4.
Or sorry, white 4. Yeah. Bitter. You know what it's like to be utterly crushed, casually brought low, forced to eat your own words, and stand mute and powerless before your enemies. They gloat, and you are helpless. I think you probably end up being like a cripple for the rest of your life, or like something, right? Yeah.
And Tony like has to deal with this shame of he didn't even think about it. He was completely outmaneuvered and outwitted by
the convenience store worker.
Yeah. Who had a thing for your niece.
Yeah.
For his niece.
Yeah, cool. Yes, Emily, you got white 3. Grim.
Yes.
The stress and trauma from your little adventure are going to haunt you forever. Bits of your soul are destroyed and you are missing a piece or two. In a few years, children are going to cry when you get too close. All your plans have ended in complete ruin. So I'm assuming you just go to prison for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'd say I'd go to prison for the rest of my life, and I just like kind of.
Well, what was the line? How was this a lighter sentence?
Maybe I got out really fast and then just
shot someone else and then went back right in.
Yeah, I went back right away for like life, and like they found new evidence.
Yeah, no, they convicted you.
And they convicted me for that, and like
it might not even be that she. I just think internally, maybe she found out that Tony was her uncle, and maybe she found out.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like years later they come out with like DNA stuff, and so it comes out that Angel's really my sister, and like all this stuff happened. And I'm already like back in jail because they found evidence that I did the murders. And I just kind of spend my time thinking about, man, I could have had something good if I just stuck with Ignacio, but I didn't. I mean, like, I wouldn't have necessarily been happy, but I wouldn't have been in jail either.
No. So my result is 0. The worst thing in the universe. This probably doesn't include death, since death would be way better than whatever this is. Be creative and don't settle for the first worst thing that comes to mind. There's something darker, more awful, and more wretched there somewhere. What do you guys think? What is the worst possible ending that Angel could have?
Okay. So let's think about this. The person that she liked hates her guts. The only family she had left, as far as we know, is now a cripple, and she's had this lifelong journey of trying to get everything, of trying to bring justice. Now her only other family, her sister, has gone off to jail. She's completely alone, and she has to go through every day, and she probably struggles with suicidal thoughts.
I mean, if you think of it, the one person she really wanted to gain the affection of is the one person she pushed away the hardest.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I would say she also somehow got kicked off the police force.
Yeah, no, I think so too. Yeah. I mean, I think her life goes into a spiral, right? Where she has no purpose anymore. And so she just ends up like becoming a criminal, right? Becoming a drunk, a druggie, a criminal, right? Like, and just spiraling into oblivion.
I have an idea. So the only reason she got to the police force was because of Tony.
Oh yeah, of course.
The reason she got into it, and like once she's gone, people realize, wow, now that Tony doesn't keep her here, she really is incompetent.
Yeah, I mean, so really, that was the thing, right? Like, is that I wasn't undercover in the mafia. I was undercover as in the police force to get justice for my family. But then they're just like, yeah, well, this is not how this should work. And then, yeah, I got fired.
Everyone had depressing
went into oblivion. Yeah, that's how this game. I mean, that's what happens, and we kept giving each other.
Well, mine wasn't the worst thing ever. I'm fine with mine.
Yeah, I rolled the highest, and I was still pathetic.
Yeah, so that's Fiasco. That's a
fun game.
Yeah, no.
I feel like it's the kind of thing that would go quicker and maybe even have less bias with like the who gets what if for every round we gave out 2 dice instead of 1. We got to give it like a positive die and a negative die.
Yeah, no, that's a way of thinking about it, yeah.
Because then you don't have to because I mean, if we kept going, we'd be going for like another 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, that's actually that's the thing about Fiasco, right? Is that unlike another role-playing game, it has a specific time that you're supposed to play it, and that is, a specific amount of scenes. But the problem is, if you're having a lot of fun playing a scene and it just keeps going out,
it takes like 30 minutes.
Takes so long, and then like 30 minutes per scene. That's so many hours.
Because we essentially had a movie going.
Exactly, right? Yeah. I'm glad it ended the way it did, and we got to like wrap it all up though. That was really fun.
What would be the title of the movie?
Angel's Big Adventure.
Fireworks, snow.
Fireworks in the snow.
Fireworks in the snow. Yes. This is fun though. We should definitely do this again.
No, yeah.
I'm gonna miss Raven.
What about Raven's Angel?
That's a little too cheap. That's a little too weird.
That's so Raven?
No,
That's
pretty sure someone's used that.
That would be like more of a John Wick tale if it was That's So Raven,
Yeah.
and I just got to do whatever I wanted.
That's so John Wick.
Yeah, but I was so happy with the way this game turned out because we were all so on board with like everything that was going on, and so this game is the first game that I think people have really honed in to the casts other people as other characters rather than just their player character. Like it always ends up where people don't really think about that, but this one we were all like really on board with like being like, okay, you play this character this time and you play this character, and it was super good. Yeah.
It even had a montage.
Yeah. Yeah, I was totally waiting for that moment that I was gonna be like super competent and not actually just faking it the whole time. And it was great. I got to have those moments. They're good.
And then it went away.
Yeah, and then I died.
No, you didn't die. You did worse than death.
Worse than death, yeah. But there you go. That's Fiasco. Thanks for guys for playing. That was fantastic. A good way to spend a Thursday evening.
Mm-hmm. Kind of want to try this out myself. I don't know if I can get my friends to try this. It's a little, well, maybe.
It's a great role playing game to introduce people to role playing games with, because it's just acting, right? It's just improv acting, basically.
Does it max out with a certain amount of people?
Yeah, I think you wouldn't want to play this with any more than 5 people, especially because the amount of dice.
It just take forever.
Right, the amount of dice increases the more players you have.
Oh, really? Okay, that makes sense.
Well, you probably don't want to play it with 2 people because that would just be weird.
Yeah, it wouldn't work very well.
Yeah, three or 4 is a good number for a Fiasco. But yeah, I mean, I've had some crazy Fiascos over the years. This is one of my favorite games to play with people when we just have a couple hours to kill. Super fun, super great time. It basically went as I assumed it would with the craziness and the ridiculousness of everything. I think my favorite part was the mini golf scene. Like every part of that mini golf scene.
My favorite part was still Seth's line of when whoever asked me, "What are you doing tonight?" and Seth, not you. My favorite.
Perfect.
It's kind of funny too how like we have like this sort of like sub character who ended up being their own thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved playing the spokesman so much.
When said not you, I totally thought he was going to say me.
No, not going that far.
Yeah. Oh man.
The same thing.
But just the ridiculousness of all of the stupid metaphors for drugs and guns, like I couldn't stop laughing the entire time because like this entire conversation is the most ridiculous thing ever.
I don't know if it's as weird as the Maid game though.
No, it was definitely not as weird as the Maid game.
I really like both my characters that I played on them.
Yeah.
Me too. That was fun.
You did, yeah. As Carly said in chat, you were surprisingly good at playing a stone cold gangster.
I mean, her character in our D&D campaign is a little element of that.
I was about to say definitely less ruthless, but
less ruthless, but she still has that cold element to her.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like this. I like to think that your character in Maid RPG was the part of Raya that like is super obsessed with the feather and like dancing and stuff, and then this character Raven is like the side of Raya that is like super dark, cold, and wants to kill people and stuff. Yep. Together they make Raya.
Oh. No, Darius wasn't represented at all.
Yeah, there was very little of Toity in Ignacio.
I loved your character, Seth. Ignacio
You had
was
good
so
quips,
good.
though, and that's a toity thing.
That is true. That is true. But that's just me.
I might say that the spokesman might be. No. I was going to say maybe the spokesman might be a little closer to Toity, but Toity's tolerable.
Some people might say that.
Well, that's the thing. Toity is like sincere and like nice, whereas the spokesman is just a complete jerk.
Guys, Raven just wanted to shoot all of you guys.
I was half expecting Raven to just show up at that last scene and shoot everybody.
I was going to, but then I was like, what I really like.
Nope, it was perfect with Ignacio with the line. It was so perfect.
Yeah, well, I
knew that had to be
if he hadn't done something like that, then I would have.
Yeah.
Like I would have come in and like shot Angel or something, saying that Ignacio would clearly bail me out.
So when are we shooting this?
Shooting this as a movie, yeah.
You guys, we can probably find like some pretty good deals to Miami if we start searching now.
In like 5 years.
Yeah.
Get some bags of flour.
Hey, we're shooting at next year's BlimeyCon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
This is actually, come to think of it, this would be the kind of game that if we did want to try and convince someone to one of the people at BlimeyCon to play, this would be the one we would
Fiasco is the game that you'd bring. Absolutely.
Or we just start playing the game and then people start watching and they're like, oh, I want to do that. And be like, you
Guys,
can.
One plane ticket from where I live to Miami is only $500.
Boom. There we go.
That's still expensive.
I wouldn't pay $500.
It's fine.
Oh, that's not the big cost. The big cost is going.
And
It's the second time that's happened tonight.
It's like the fifth.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. It's been a lot.
Okay, there we go. What was I saying?
The big cost.
The big cost would be shooting video in Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the cocaine.
No, we all just have GoPros on helmets.
Just get baby powder. It's fine.
Well, we still have to pay for the rights to shoot in certain locations.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sure.
That's why you just shoot inside and say you're in Miami.
I was about to say, we shoot in the sketchy parts of Miami where we don't have to pay for anything.
I mean, this is like mob stuff.
Green screens. All the green screens.
Or instead, everyone can come to Atlanta because it's a big airport, so it'd be cheap to fly here. And everyone just comes to Atlanta and hangs out with me, and we can shoot it at my apartment.
Green screen. Yeah.
So, I would just like to say, Jordan, your portrayal of Tony Calvo was also like completely spot on.
that was
all of your like weird, like esoteric statements were amazing.
I just like.
I have to know how to do that.
Like, I am definitely going to watch back through this episode and just laugh so hard.
I just like the weird parts of the ship scene where it's just like, what is he do? Oh, okay.
Right, where he's just like staring out over the bow. Like,
yeah, just very clear mob boss stuff that you just kind of accept anything that he does, even though it's really weird. And why would anyone do that?
Yeah.
I was trying to channel The Godfather as much as I could.
Yeah, I could tell that.
Yeah.
From what I know of The Godfather, you did really well, but I've never seen it.
I haven't either, but I'm like, stereotypical Godfather.
Yeah, just the stereotypical stuff.
Yeah, so I'm definitely learning about myself the more I play like actual characters, that I am always really interested in the characters that like have twists, where like they are secretly this thing, or they just suddenly decide to shoot someone. Any character I've ever played. What?
People in the chat. I don't know who they are. They're cheering.
Wait, what?
There's like so.
Yeah, someone said
Jar Jar Boinks said, "Go Jordan, Chunkus McDunkus, and Seth forever." I don't know who these people are.
I don't either.
Go Jordan?
Yeah, someone said go Jordan. Someone said Seth forever, and then Future Grandpa said, "What's campaign?"
Which is funny because I don't remember. Maybe it's just me, but I don't remember seeing them in the chat earlier.
No, yeah.
I was talking about our campaign. We have a D&D campaign that we usually run on Thursday nights.
Yeah, I was gonna say next week.
Tune in next
week.
Finally
I think we're back, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna be back.
With season 2, since technically that would be like.
I mean, season 1 was like 5 episodes. We can't have that just be season 1.
It's a British TV show. There are seasons are very long.
Right. Oh, of course. It's series 1, series 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen The Walking Dead? The first season only had like 5 or 6 episodes.
That's not true.
I've never seen The Walking Dead. So
the first season of The Walking Dead only had like 5 episodes.
I guess you could say
have like 10 or 12 episodes.
I guess you could say it's like mid-season with
Yeah,
Joel.
mid-season.
it is
break.
definitely mid-season because our campaign is definitely in mid-season because like we're just about to get to like the whole like conundrum about whether or not you go after the ogres or not. Like the whole first season is going to be this island,
which we
like,
will.
Yeah, like clearing out this island. And
But I don't want to kill the ogres.
It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
Oh man, there was something I was gonna. Something that actually has little to do with the sessions. I had a thought about BlimeyCon.
Very dangerous. Go on.
Yes.
Not happening this year, but
Well, maybe because I don't think they could. I don't think they would throw this together this year. But what if next year they had a concert? Just a small thing, and then Jordan could play songs from his album.
That'd be neat. Legit.
As long as I should be able to save up enough by then. It's just hard when you're trying to save up for a house.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And if plane tickets are ever cheaper to Atlanta, we can road trip together.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. But it's like you fly to Georgia and then you drive.
I mean, it's like a 3.5 hour drive.
That's not bad.
Okay, I mean, that's less than driving from here. So, which driving from here isn't terrible. Well, no, it's probably about a 10 or 12-hour drive. Maybe 8.
But yeah, we'll be back next week with some good old Dungeons and Dragons. I'm super excited for that. I've been missing the heck out of that game.
Hoity would be nice to come back.
Yeah, we're gonna kill or have diplomacy with ogres next. So
diplomacy. Hoity needs some diplomacy.
Yeah, we'll fail with diplomacy and then kill the ogres.
I'm losing that argument, but Hoity would like some diplomacy. Yeah.
Next exciting episode of Terra Nullius.
It's just a montage of Raya attacking ogres as a preview for the next episode.
No, right. We get the super anime like Attack on Titan style like fight scene, right? Where you guys are all fighting ogres with like crazy stunts. Yeah, absolutely. So like sliding underneath the legs of the ogres and like shooting magic everywhere. It's gonna be a good time.
Attack on Titan gets weird.
Attack on Titan starts weird. I watched like the first 3 episodes. It starts weird. I know it gets weirder, but like just saying it starts weird too.
Yeah, it does.
Anime is weird.
Yes, Japan is weird. Apparently there are teams.
All right. But yeah, we're out. I'm gonna go ahead and close the stream.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.